Hi, this is Indranil and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have Tata Group started finding new buyer for DTH service Tata Play after Airtel Tata Play merger talk failed. Second news we have generic key diabetic drug flooding the Indian market after empagliflozin went off patent. Third news we have revised credit guarantee scheme for startups introduced where maximum guarantee cover per borrower to be 20 crore. Fourth news we have logistic firm Porter became new unicorn with a valuation of 1.2 billion US dollar by raising 200 million US dollar in their recent funding round. And fifth news we have OTTs now betting on micro dramas to keep and attract their viewers to stick on to the screens. In first news, Tata Group started finding new buyer for DTH service Tata Play after Airtel Tata Play merger talk failed. Tata Group is looking to exit from their DTH business, which is presently running under the brand Tata Play, as they find this business vertical as non-scalable and non-strategic for their group, where they are looking for a valuation of 7,000 crore for their proposed merger with Bharti Telemedia, which is an unit from Airtel that owns Airtel Digital TV, when Airtel asked for a valuation of 5,000 crore instead of Tata's asking valuation of 7,000 crore. Tata Play, which has begun their journey as Tata Sky as a joint venture with Rupert Murdoch's News Corp, and afterwards the Walt Disney took over the stake as they acquired Murdoch's 21st Century Fox in 2019. Tata Sons, which is the holding company, is presently having 70% of their stake in Tata Play when they acquired Singapore investment firm Temasek Holdings' 10% stake in April 2024 for 835 crore at a valuation of 1 billion US dollar. And presently Tata Play is having over 23 million users on their DTH network. On the other side, Airtel as a 5G mobile operator is investing heavily in 5G-based fixed wireless access services and in high-speed fiber broadband rollouts, which would allow them to offer live streaming services on digital platforms. And Airtel is believed to be walked away from this DTH merger deal as they recently rolled out IPTV services, which is on Internet Protocol Television, which is a method of delivering TV content over the Internet and is also seen as an alternative to mainline cable or satellite TV, which Airtel seen as an emerging opportunity for converting their 120 million cable TV households, as most of them are still to subscribe the streaming services. In second news, generic key diabetic drugs flooding the Indian market after empagliflozin went off patent. Indian branded generic players have crowded the market with their versions of the diabetic drug in less than 2 months after empagliflozin withdrawn due to patent non-renewal, and the number of players and brands leading to a month-on-month doubling for these generic versions, when currently nearly 147 brands of the drug and 37 companies are in the market. Empagliflozin, which was sold under the brand name Xardians, which is used to improve blood glucose control in people with type 2 diabetes, and that went off patent in mid-March. Empagliflozin is a 745 crore market where empagliflozin plain contributes almost 45% in terms of value as well as quantity. India is having over 100 million diabetes patients, and the adult diabetes population in cities is around 12 to 15%, and in rural areas it is about 10% of the adult population, when rising obesity, lifestyle issues like stress, poor sleep and poor eating habits are leading to more cases of diabetes in India. Presently, companies like Alchem Laboratories, Glenmark Pharmaceuticals and Mankind Pharma launched their versions of empagliflozin and slashed the prices to about rupees 5 per tablet, which is 80 to 90% cheaper than the patented one. In third news, revised credit guarantee scheme for startups introduced where maximum guarantee cover per borrower to be 20 crore. The Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade of the Government of India has approved a revised credit guarantee scheme for startups and doubled the maximum guarantee cover per borrower to 20 crore, where the scheme provides collateral-free debt funding to startups. The extent of the guarantee cover provided has also been increased to 85% of the amount in default for loan amount of up to 10 crore and 75% of the amount in default for loan amount exceeding 10 crore. The expanded scheme will further reduce the perceived risk associated with lending to startup in established financial institutions, which enables greater financial flow and runway to startups to undertake research and development, experimentation, and to create cutting-edge innovation and technologies. In the recent notification, which supersedes the earlier one, where the cover was 10 crore and further the annual guarantee fee for startups in 27 champion sectors has been reduced to 1% per annum from 2%, which will be effective from 8th May this year. In fourth news, logistic firm Porter became new unicorn with a valuation of 1.2 billion US dollar by raising 200 million US dollar in their recent funding round. On-demand logistic firm Porter, founded in 2014 by Mr. Uttam Digga, Pranav Goyal and Vikas Chaudhary, which offers intra-city logistic solutions, which include mini trucks and two-wheeler deliveries, and the platform primarily serves MSMEs and has expanded their presence to more than 22 cities in India. The company Porter has closed a 200 million US dollar funding round, which comprising both primary and secondary transaction has given Porter entry to the Unicorn Club with a valuation between 1.1 to 1.2 billion US dollar. When this transaction has given an exit of their early investors, where Pick 15 partners fully sold off their position while Kai Capital and Light Rock partially offloaded their stakes. Porter in recent times also expanded into peer-to-peer parcel delivery segment by using a two-wheeler fleet, which was once dominated by Reliance Industries-backed Dunzo, and now the company is focusing on segments where they are facing competition from Rapido and Uber. When Porter is committed in making urban logistics more efficient, intelligent and inclusive, and they are supporting MSMEs, empowering gig workers and by strengthening the communities they serve. The current 1.2 billion US dollar valuation of Porter is more than double of their last valuation of 500 million US dollar after the funding round in 2021 when they raised 101 million US dollar, and this jump in the valuation comes on the back of a significant growth in the business of the company when they posted operating revenue as 4,000 crore in financial year 24-25 compared to 2,766 crore in the previous financial year. And in fifth news, OTTs now betting on micro dramas to keep and attract their viewers to stick on to the screens. Indian OTT, that is over-the-top platforms, are diversifying their contents to attract and also to retain their audiences in this increasingly competitive landscape where currently users' attention spans reducing and viewers get confused and bored due to overloaded content. And the platforms are now adopting new content formats to keep the audience engaged, where one of the most notable shifts is the anticipated rise of the micro dramas, which is a bite-sized mobile-first series that originated in China. Microdramas are tightly packed narratives designed for the on-the-go consumption, which is aligned perfectly with India's mobile-first audience, and all major OTT platforms are now actively working on their microdrama strategies, as they offer instant connections and fit seamlessly into the daily lives of the people in India. Microdramas are considering as a foundation for future storytelling, and especially in a market which is defined by linguistic diversity and widespread smartphone use, while microdramas represent a shift in form when Korean dramas are reshaping content preferences, and Prime Video recently made a multi-year deal with CJENM, which highlights the growing demand for the K content in India. Meanwhile, Netflix is tapping into nostalgia to expand their viewer base when they already have a strong Korean content libraries with global hits like Squid Games, and by experimenting with a variety of genres and formats, OTT platforms are trying to ensure their content to be reflected in the global nature of today's entertainment, where few of the OTT platforms trying to be grounded in the taste and preferences of the Indian audience by enhancing their library with a wide range of shows across genres. So these were the top 5 business newses from Business Bytes in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. I'd like to request you to please subscribe this channel so that you can have all the updates from our end. Thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.